everyone, and welcome to round 2 of UNF2 here at the Austrian Grand Prix. I am ROP, aka Pepsi Freak 212, and I'm here joined by Katie 1997. Katie, say hello.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for having me, Pepsi. Can't wait for the race today.
Yep, I've heard you are a pretty good commentator, so I'm joyed to be with you here today. Fred Gia had to take a little personal holiday, so if you do miss his nice silvery pipes, he should be here next week. But if not, I think Katie will be happy to fill in the role next week too, if need be. But as you can see here, we did cut through about 20 minutes worth of qualifying. As you can see, our young Chestappen is on pole during the time you did not see, followed by Toss My Salad, J707, Cross Tommy, who's second in the UNF1 points, and Feed Dev TV in the top 5. Katie, you were watching qualifying with me. Anything kind of stick out that you saw?
For the moment, it looks like the frame-outs look to be pretty interesting at the moment. Chastain, I guess, is like, I think he's one of the newer drivers, correct, yeah? So...
he was supposed to race last week, but some issues with internet did not. This will be his second race here. He also did race in the opening of UNF1, or again, I guess real world life took him out, but he should be on the grid for UNF1 Season 2. So, he is fast, but never did get that win. But he's looking for a kind of redemption angle, kind of like a UFC fighter that gets injured and then comes back strong, trying to get that title back. He's young and he's still hungry. But
yeah, and then one thing to note too is that Cross Tommy though, his best time that he set that 1:13.8, he set that on the soft modifier, and the fastest time was on the super softs. So
yeah, but he just switched over in the pits. I'm sorry to cut you off, but he did just switch over, so he is going out there.
Alrighty.
While we were talking, while we were talking, Tostin just set 1:13.29 on super softs, so he did set the fastest lap, and he only beat Chestappen by about 8/10 of a second. So it's not that big of a gap, but I think again that can be improved on as the track gets more rubber.
Yeah, of course. It was cloudy earlier, so yeah, with the sun coming out, it should help out with the tires gaining a little bit more grip. So we could see more faster times in the dying minutes of the qualifying session to go along.
As I'm running the board with J77, Tyler is outlap along with the Dead Highway. J77 is third, and it looks like he's trying to. I think he's got 0 laps on his tires. Let me just quickly check the details here. No, he already has 2 laps on those super softs, but that could update when he goes around. So he doesn't have the freshest set, but Cross does. Cross, Highway Warrior, Donut, and Timid all have still fresh set of super softs, along with Slotty. But it looks like the rest of the field have somewhat burned super softs. So from what I've experienced in the cars I've driven, is that at least I think Fretch will agree with me as well when he was here, is that it does take a lap or two to feel like to warm up, to get used to the rhythm of these cars. So maybe just going out there and like in F1, you need to have the freshest rubber to get progressively worse and you get progressively slower on those softs. But it seems here that you can take a lap or two to kind of really get the feel for it and see what you need to beat it. But that's just my take. As J77 just went uber wide, I think that will invalidate his lap. Hopefully it did.
No, it did not invalidate his lap. If you do make a mistake like that, it won't cut your time off because he didn't really gain that much of an advantage. But to go on your point though about the F2 cars, like the 2020 cars, I guess you could probably say even the 2019s. Compared to like last game, from my experience, they actually are very more easier to drive now. Even on no traction, it's easier because I remember from last game, if you like even do like a tether of the throttle with these cars, you would immediately go into a half, if not even a full spin, if you're not very careful with the throttle. Now, like with this game, the throttle management with no traction is just it's just easier because the car just feels so planted. I guess it's just because the tires just feel much better, maybe, but that's what I would say from my perspective. But the one thing I have noticed is that like if you don't have a setup on, it can feel like a boat because it can be understeer. But if you have a setup, like a good proper setup, it actually feels really good, not that bad.
We did forget to iterate that they are in the F1 2020 cars because of the new update that happened, and they allow new cars in the game, so they're not driving the 2019 cars like last week. As cross time, he did just set a fast sector 1, so he is on a flyer right now, as he's going to be going right to that end of sector 2 corner right there, and it looks like he looks like he's got a fast pace. He is second in the UNF1 point, so he is no spring chicken, but even to his own accord, that he isn't really the fastest in the F2 cars, as VDEF has left the session. He will be joining back probably shortly, hopefully. Hope someone will give him an invite. If not, I'll have to give him to him. But anyway, as Cross here is going to be going up to the line here, it looks like he is still up on his time, so it will be interesting to see where he crosses the line at. He's going to take around the final corner here, keeps nice and tidy, doesn't go wide, and it's going to be a 1:13.337, which will put him third and bump J707 down to fourth.
Yeah, pretty good time there for a very first lap on the Super Softs. He did maybe take a little bit of a tight entry, though, I would say, in the final couple of corners. Kind of cost him a little bit of time, but overall, good time overall from the Triton. Of course, he's driving in the Roy Nassani Triton car, so not bad time overall at the moment.
No, you are correct.
Down by nearly 10th.
Yeah, and he could find some more time in there. I know he can, because he's probably kicking himself right now. And I'd love to be a little fly in his wall when he's kicking himself, because from what I've heard, he's a very ragey guy when he tries to motor himself, and it usually comes off as a little bit comical, but that's what I've heard anyway. But anyways, he goes around here again, and it looks like, again, he's doing about the same time as before, as I think it just flashed up that he did do a fast purple there, so it will be interesting to see if he improves. As he's going to go around again the final two corners here, and a very short lap around here, which is good, I guess, because it allows a lot more fire speed, a lot more closer impact, and it looks like it's going to be as he goes around the final corner again. Weird angle there with the camera as he goes not wide again, and it's going to be an improvement. He will take P1.
Yeah, so he definitely proved that a lot more in the final couple sectors there. That's mainly lost his time. I think he'll be very happy with that for sure. Definitely had a better couple of corners this time around. So yeah, he is up by now over 33/100th of a second. So good time for the Triton car.
And we have about 3 minutes left in the session. I know young Chad Stappen is licking his chops, trying to get a good time on this, but if we check the tires, I don't know if anyone's got any sets left. It is getting darker, so the track's losing that sunlight, which means it's going to grip it a little bit less, but we shall see, as I think young Chad Stappen actually is on soft, so yeah, I don't think he's going to really improve that much. But it looks like only Slotty has a fresh set along with 8,000 and Donut Glazer, so unless
yeah,
they have and young Stappen just went around, so just lost it on his own accord. But as we look around the rest of the field here, if we can find someone, I guess we'll ride on with 8,000 since he is on a fresh set. We'll see what he does. As he takes that corner there, it doesn't look like he's really improved. He's getting to sector 2, and it looks like, well, he may improve, but there is no tire switch, so it's not like, unlike an F1 where you qualify inside the top 10, it's a situation where you get a fresh set of rubber. You don't get a fresh set of rubber here. If you qualify in the top 10, you will get a fresh set of rubber for the feature race. So there is that. So you can just kind of abuse these tires and just get all of you want out of it, basically. As he goes around the final 2 corners here, as he's going to take it, doesn't go wide there. Going to take the last one, and he goes a little wide. I invalidated it. Yep, I see that on the map. That will be invalidation, so no improvement for him. Donut Glazer, the commentator, is also on his lap here. I'll ride on board with him as well. And he is in the corner there, and he's going to go around the last corner here, and he keeps it close. What can the commentator do for UNF1? And he will cross the line and set a 1:15.463, which will go to 12th.
Yeah, he is in the Dams car, which is driven by Sean Galal. But yeah, good time. Not bad time though for his very first lap, 1:15.4. Still got 1.5 minutes left to at least try to improve it a little bit better, but see if I can find anyone that's. I'm gonna see if I can find anyone close.
Take a look. Oh, and young Chad Stappen just hits the inner guardrail there, just off that little left-right section. Now he's retired. Sorry to cut you off. But
yeah, no worries. And Shaston also retired as well.
Yep, T-Bone as well. Young Stab just has had a bad last couple laps there. Maybe trying to get the bad juju out before the race starts. As I think Cross Tommy's just going to call it a lap as he retires in the pits here. He's not going to have enough time to get back around. Same thing with Toss My Salad, Timid. Yeah, Sly is going to go for one more go around if you want to watch him.
Yeah, I'm actually following along with 707 because I think he's the closest one that's doing at least a flyer
Okay.
at the very moment. Yeah, he's coming around turn 3, down the back straight, of course. Now going towards turn 4, right near 100-meter board. Locked. Ooh, that's a bit of a lock up there. That's
Yeah, he went a little wide there.
just a little. Yeah, just from locking up the front right brakes. And now into turn 5. This is more of the technical area, of course, of the track.
I saw the screen flash white. I don't want to. That usually is a sign that rain's on the way, but because when it flashed white
no,
in game,
I saw that too. Yeah, no, I saw that too.
are we due for rain? I don't. I see a little drops too. I think it's raining at the very end of the session. It's not going to matter. We have 1 second left, so as I think.
Yeah, no, it's raining. No, it's raining now. I can see it. I see a little bit of drops.
Ever since the game's on the next gen, all you see is that little flash. And it's like, all right, rain's coming. They don't really have that best day, like rain, dry to rain transition. So it's just, okay, now it's raining. That's your cue. Like there's a little lightning in the distance. Like, because I know I was in the pre-race paddock, and a lot of these drivers did not like the rain. They thought these cars were very tricky in the rain. So it does rain during the session. They're going to have their hands full, and it could be a calamity corner 1. And I don't think anyone else is really going to be able to prove because the track is becoming wet, but...
well, Dornicler's coming to the line now.
Yep. And he did improve, so prove me wrong. He did. And the Jingos is just basically on a cooldown lap as he will throw in pit road, and that will most likely end qualifying as Cross Tommy in his second pole in UNF2, bearing any miracles. And he will also get another... 4 points, and on points total, because they do give out points for pole position.
Yep, correct. It is 4 points for any pole position you do in F2. So, yep, it's always valuable to get the 4 extra bonus points. But, yeah, that's what would be the end of the qualifying session.
Yep, we're just waiting for the last of the stragglers to either retire, like Jingo. Once Jingo probably pulls in the pit road his car, I think we will be good. And we'll be ready to start.
Yeah, at least they got their time in time before the rain started coming down.
I noticed that during pre-race, like we were just chit-chatting, like it looks very cloudy, like it could rain, but then the sun came out, so like we just kind of wrote it off. But let's see.
Yeah, I kind of like wrote it off because I thought it was just gonna, because we saw that it was breaking up a little bit to the sun at turn 4, but then I guess I proved me wrong.
Young Chef Stab has a 5-place grid pad, so he'll be starting in 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th. So he'll be bumped. Crudity will be bumped. So Timid, J707, Free Def, Slotting, Crudity will all be bumped up a slot. So I guess good for them. I don't know what is at to happen, but if depending something happened on the racetrack, there may be an interesting meeting in the stewards room at the end of this quali session. But not much they can do about it now. So anyway, your top 3 is Cross Tommy, Toss My Salad, and going to be Timid for the race, even though Young Chastain did go P3 on time. And we will see.
Yeah,
oh, sorry. Go ahead. I was just gonna.
Yeah, I didn't see. No, it's okay. I didn't see what happened though. To be fair, of Young Chastain, but I guess we'll have to find out later.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, probably be in the chat 24/7, explaining something. So we'll see. Anyway, as we are now in the garage here, there is a new rule change I'd like to alert the masses of. Is that last week there was a mandatory pit stop between the featured race and the sprint race. That mandatory pit stop has been eliminated for the sprint race. So the drivers will have to pit for the featured race, but not for the sprint race. Plus, the featured race has been raised in length, so now it's 50%, while the sprint race stays at 25%. So if you are a new viewer and either didn't watch last week or watched last week and don't really follow up on the rules, first, welcome, and secondly, there's your new rule change. It was done to try to raise, because it just kind of felt redundant to do a pit stop in a 6-lap race. But we shall see as we are waiting for the formation lap to start here. Cross Tommy usually loves to go flying on these formation laps. I never understand why. He just guns it like it's no one's business, and flying just does it nuts.
Well, I mean, if you do that, you're just gonna have cold tires and cold brakes. So.
Yeah, I know, but he always you'll see here he just goes flying. The rest of the feels like he's burned his rubber. As they have,
Yeah.
I just think like everyone else kind of stays back as Highway got disqualified.
Oh,
I think they
Highway
just
got
collided.
disqualified?
Oh yeah. Oh, he took out the board. I think there may be damage. I don't know if damage is. Like,
you don't get damage on the formation lap, but
I know because they took out one of those side advertisements and hit the guardrail. I have no clue what happened. All I know is it's still dark, so there's a chance it may rain.
Well, hopefully they calm each other before the race even starts. Hopefully that's just get it out of their system.
Yeah. Let's hope we don't have a calamity corner turn 1, because a lot of these drivers love this track, but this track's so fast and so speedy that it's just drivers are willing to make daring moves in the corners. I mean, 2016 Rosberg on Hamilton, 2019 Verstappen on Leclerc. True, they were final laps. No,
2016 actually. 2016 was Hamilton and Rosberg.
I said 2016, and then 2019 Verstappen and Leclerc. But anyway, quick rundown of the grid. Cross Tommy in first, Toss My Salad in second, Timid in third because of the penalty for Chastain, J77 in fourth, Free Death TV in fifth, Slotty Bang in sixth, Crudity in seventh, Young Chastain in eighth because of the time penalty, T-Bone in ninth, 8,000 RPM in 10th, Donut Blazer, UNF1 commentator in 11th, Highway Warrior in 12th, Jingos in 13th, and Terry 8341 will be rounding out the field in 14th.
Yep, and also keep in mind, if you just tune in, the 4 drivers that got disqualified from the formation lap, Young Chastain, T-Bone, 8,000, and Highway, they got disqualified from the formation lap, but they'll still be racing. Just that had to happen.
Let's wait for the 5 red lights here, and away they go here for the start of the Austrian Grand Prix. Almost at the screen, they're glitched. Are they moving on your screen?
No, they are not moving on my screen. The lights are out.
This happened last week too. Now they're going, because they just sat there for a minute, like they were waiting for something. Anyways, cross defensive. That was a very... Try to cut the line off, hoping tosses have damage. Because it looks like they got through one.
Contact.
Contact. Oh, and it's a car around the
back someone's
of the field.
up.
And he hit the guardrail. And that is, I can't see.
8,000. It's 8,000.
Oh, he did the same thing during the formation lap. See, it looks like he didn't learn his lesson. Oh, I don't think he has damage.
3 abreast.
Gas damage, wing damage, so we'll see as we had a big battle here for turn 2. It looks like Toss is the loser in that thing as he went wide. It looks like J77 is in second, Sly takes third, Slots in third, you could say, pun included. As they go into the corner here, so that Red Bull's making I guess technically not Red Bull looking car takes side as J77 goes wide. He's in the sand pit. That's kind of a dangerous re-entry there. Makes everyone squirrel to get around him.
That's that's the Carlin, by the way. I think that's a Yuki Tsunoda's car, but yeah, that's a Terry move with Feed Death TV. Goes
Feed Death just pinched Timid too, and Timid's around.
I'm trying to see. Does he have? I think he has. Yeah, he's got damage too. He's missing an end plate.
Yep, as I see, Hoopel dive down Pirros. Toss is gonna make Hoopel things better of it after what's happened so far. I kind of don't blame him. Like, this is a race of just trying to survive. As it looks like something's wrong with Slotty, as he's just.
Oh, and someone's hit the wall.
Oh yeah, they did.
And Warrior's
Highway Warrior, I think, and he's got a penalty.
He also reset himself to circuit as well.
He just hit that inner guard, if I'm not mistaken. As this is just lap 1, like boys, it's lap 2 of a 20-lap race. Keep the wheels on.
We're going 3-wide
battle, yeah. As the Yuki's car goes wide, and he just, oh my god, that was a dangerous re-entry. He just pushed Crudity.
Looks like they didn't learn from lap 1.
Free Death, you gotta be careful with your re-entries, mate. You're gonna hurt someone as they lock up, get Crudity. Just, oh my god, Crudity. There was nowhere to go there, and you just throw it in. This is just basically helping Cross. Everyone's fighting for second, and Cross is just driving away.
Cross has already got a 3. Yeah, Cross has already. I'm sorry to cut you off, but yeah, he's already got a 4-second gap, and we're only in lap 2 of this race.
I mean, this just shows you why you want to qualify in pole, because like he's just checked out while Toss is just fighting with these scraps in third and fourth. Like, this is why qualifying position matters, and usually I think that's in Monaco, but I guess it's at Austria too for a degree because of the stream, as it's just Cross and then Big Pat for second.
And then also, I'm sorry to cut you off again, but also T-Bone picks up a 3-second time penalty there for multiple warnings.
I mean, you can cut me off if you feel like you got something to report. Sometimes I'm just rambling. But it looks like young Chestappen, who's in 8th, who's going to try to make a recovery drive here. He's going to try to make the move onto the inside of T-Bone. And he will successfully do it, but they block wheels, and now T-Bone's going to probably get DRS. He's going to drive back away here.
I was just watching Beat Death TV. He goes for the daring move in turn 3. This guy's absolutely trying. He's not afraid to send it from the way it looks.
I mean, I can't. Yeah, I agree, but it's good in the sense that you can't blame him for being aggressive, but he's not going to make any friends by doing it, and at the same time, he's going to make a lot of enemies. Because in this racing series, if you are driving like a wiener, you could say, then you're going to get a lot of hate mail and not a lot of friends. Because like they're not going to give you as much space on the opening laps. They're just going to fight you. And that's also how you get nicknames like Torpedo. As Crudy's going to try to make a move, it seems. In that corner, he just really wants to make that move on feed depth. Because Crudy, from what I've seen, is he's a good driver, but he's not patient, it seems. He wants to just get that move as soon as he sees it. He doesn't care what he has to do it. And as feed depth's going to try to make a move on slot here, going through this corner. Wheel to wheel, they are. And it looks like they're trying to make it outside. He goes wide as tipped. Oh, and he's around!
That cost him there big time. Went to a daring move there.
And he's not resetting the track. I don't know. Maybe he can't reset that situation with that. And he retired? Why did he retire?
On track.
He's only in 10th.
I don't understand that. Well, you should you also shouldn't reset yourself to track, period. That's against league rule in general.
It is, but I don't know if this... At the same time, a lot of people do it, so again, maybe we'll have to put a rule in place for that, but unless he was like, Arms choose no way, but he spun it around, unless he got disqualified, but it would have flashed the top, as it looks like young Chestappen just spun around too.
No, it would have flashed that he would have been disqualified. No, he just retired on track. That's all he did.
Because the thing is that safety cars can't be turned on in this race because of the 25% sprint race. I tried turning them on like league rule says, but they don't want them on because it has to be roll 50s. And so he would not get saved by any safety car, so he still should keep fighting. Head down. As we got to move here for 5th, Slotty. Oh my god.
Oh!
Donut Glazer's around in that corner. Oh my god.
He made contact with Slotty Bang, the way it looked.
All I know is I'd hate to be the car's insurance companies right now. I know they don't have insurance companies, but this is like a real road race. I'd hate to be the insurance companies. All this carbon fiber, all these bills. Oh, the mechanics are working overnight to fix these cars up. They're not a big fan. Anyway, Cross you're not missing anything up front, because Cross is checked out from Toss is checked out from Crudy, and Crudy is not really checked out from Slotty. But the two winners from last week is you got another yellow flag, someone's in the sand, and it's just reset the track. It's Highway, and the problem is Terry's not going out of pit road, but it looks like Cross is going to try to lap him coming up, so hopefully he gets out of the way. But not a good debut race for Highway. As Crudy is getting pounded by Slotty, as actually I think Highway's going to pit, so Cross will not have to deal with him hitting. But as anyway, as Crudy leads 3rd, Highway got speeding in pit lane 2, which just to make anything worse.
That's 13 seconds to him now. He had another one earlier, and I'm also watching Slotty Bang. He's going to go on the inside of Crudy. And he's going to make the move down into turn 1. It's close.
They touched. Oh, Crudy comes back and does a little bit of a shape, but at least they're both still straight. That's good. It looks like Slotty's going to try to make a move on the outside. Sorry to cut you off, but yeah, he's going to make a move on the outside. But Crudy's going to lock the brakes up hard. Going to push him wide. Can Slotty get the better exit? He will, and he will take position. And I think he will get DRS because he was behind. Nope, Crudy gets it.
That's already had the DRS.
So Crudy's going to throw it around the outside again. Is he going to get Albond? No, he's not. And actually gets pushed back a little bit, but Slotty's going to hold position as Timid just has the fastest lap of the race on a set of softs. As looks like Crudy's still going to be trying to make a move here, but if they keep fighting, J707 is going to look to try to capitalize. As Donut Glaze was in pit road probably to fix his wing, because I just see it on the map down at the bottom of the screen. As it looks like not much else is happening as everyone's really kind of gotten their space. I think Timid may have went wide there, but looks like everyone's
Not
heading.
everyone,
Oh, Cross is in pit road. So
Oh!
what do we got?
Well, there goes 707 and Crudy.
Oh, they missed it. I was watching.
You're kidding me. They both reset again? You're kidding me, right?
I guess we'll have to talk about that in our rule change, because I know you're probably upset about it, but I think that is illegal in our rules. But we'll have a talk about that with the league commissioner later. We'll see. But anyway, Cross is in pit road as he was pitting while that accident happened, so it looked like, if I had to take a guess, Trinity basically went and something.
Well, so what happened was that Crudy and I think it was 707. They were both like, was it Crudy? Was it?
Because
I can't remember.
Crudy was in the BRT and he was in third fighting Slotty, so that's where I'm assuming the accident occurred. And he probably.
Oh yeah, no, it's Slotty. I'm getting the wrong car mixed up. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so he was behind him, going into turn 9. He hits the rear of his car and they both go into a spin. So that's basically why they had to go to the pits for that.
Because Crudy is one of those drivers that goes aggressive. So when I saw you saying that, I'm like, it's got to be Crudy made a move on the car ahead of him, which was Slotty, and from considering Slotty pit, and then JF707 snuck by like a bandit. But anyway, Toss is in the pit road. I was trying to get seeing Cross in pit. That happened. T-bone 3 seconds from multiple warnings. So Toss is pitting. Cross would easily probably come out ahead of him. I don't see why he wouldn't. His T-bone's down P1 because he hasn't pitted yet. Young Stab's got a penalty too, and here comes Cross. I'm assuming he'll get past both J707 and Toss. I think just sets him past second 3. Yep, he is.
Yeah,
he will be de facto P1 when everyone else pits. But
so
from what I'm noticing is
it's
getting dark and it's not lighting up. Do you think rain can get away? Because we don't have a weather forecaster in the broadcast. They don't give us that luxury. For some reason, we can't hire a forecaster. So we have no clue what the conditions are going to be. So if it starts raining, we'll be just as shocked as you and the viewers at home. So maybe they're waiting for rain, but those tires aren't going to last much longer, especially how much they've been abused and used. So, but I'm just noticing there's a lot of kick up behind the cars with dust. And that's usually the case, but it just seems a little bit more out there. It's just dustier.
I mean, if rain is the case, maybe the possibility we could see it maybe towards the end of the race. It doesn't look like it's that threatening quite yet.
Mm-hmm. No, even if it did, it wouldn't really make much of a sense of switch. So I'm going to assume, yeah, it's not going to help anyways. Young Stab just isn't pit road instead because. I was saying this last week, I don't get how many drivers speed. I understand you want to go for the limit, but I feel like in a situation where you already got enough penalties, I'd be taking it conservatively going in pit road. I'm like, I already have 5 seconds. Why would I be going aggressive in the pit road to just get more time penalties?
Yeah, I think we're seeing at least 3 of them that sped onto the pit lane. Slotty, Young, and also Highway have both sped. Sorry, not both. Those 3 have sped in the pit lane, so that's they have to probably work on doing this pit lane limit.
Yeah, pit lane limiters and practice pit lanes. Usually when you're testing, you don't try that. You're just like, all right, I want to try tracting, I want to try all the tires. You're like, oh, well, it won't speed. But it just seems like the past 2 races, they're just not getting used to the braking points, but they're not expecting the cars to brake as much as they are.
Yeah, no, I mean the brakes on these cars are not as strong. Oh, we got a yellow.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's Terry.
It's Terry.
And resets
the track. The league commissioner is watching, so if he is watching, we'll have a nice little talk about this. Me and Katie will be bringing our formal complaints, and if you don't like it, we'll put him on the chapel like Martin Luther. As anyway, we got a battle here for 7th as Jingos is trying to hold off Chapman, Young Chestap, and Timid. So she's got Young Chestap losing, so trying to make the final 2 corners here, or at least set up for him. Because that's the only. As J707 goes wide, and Young Chestap will make it look easy as he gets a 3 second. Oh,
he goes around!
And he may have given Jingos damage because he clipped his rear end, so I think he could have wing damage. Oh my god, J707 just bumped Timid and gave him a little bumper, and now Timid's around. And he resets the track. J707 got past, Chastap and spun, and then may have given Jingo's wing damage. I'm gonna look real fast, but I don't have a good angle of it. And then Jingo's missed his braking point, and then hits him in the rear, and then sent him around.
But yeah, like, if you're wondering, like, why I've been on about the drivers, like, resetting themselves to circuit, the reason is it can ruins the perspective of the race, meaning, like, you can actually cause a safety car, believe it or not. I've seen this happen before. Yeah, you can. When you reset yourself to circuit. It sometimes can create a de facto safety car. It's so weird, I know, but like it has happened before.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'd like to point out that T-Bone still hasn't pitted yet, so he gets a 3-second time penalty, and he has 12 seconds worth of time penalty. So even if he does stay out, and even if he catches a freak rainstorm, he's still not going to win this race because he makes it a podium, I guess. No, that's like 6 seconds. He's basically half would have to come up. He still falls, so I don't get why he's hanging out there. It's not like he only has 3 seconds or something. He has 12 seconds, and I don't get his logic. What's he waiting on?
I don't even know. And plus he has damage as well. He has no end plate on the right side of his front wing.
So he's just losing time. I don't get his logic. Is he just trying to get sponsor time for the sponsors back home? So they keep down to the team. It's like, hey, we're leading a race. Come sponsor us. Don't look at the de facto damage and such, but yeah, we'll see. Shall see. As it looks like Crudy and Tim and both DWO cars are fighting here. That corner looks like he's going to try to make the pass on Crudy. They touch. They don't want to fight too much because you don't want to take out your teammate. As it looks like, though, Crudy will make the move stick, but as he goes wide a little bit, it's going to open the door for the other.
Oh!
They almost touched.
They almost collided, the two teammates.
Oh, their engineer's probably not happy right now with that one. His sphincter probably just braced for impact there and prayed to God they didn't collide. But luckily they didn't. I mean, I'll give it this much. This race has been carnage, but it has been kind of enjoyable.
In a way, yeah. It's been pretty. It's been interesting.
Yeah. And like the lead hasn't been that great because Cross just checked out lap 1, but I mean the first 3 laps were interesting to say the least. As we kind of ride around, and T-Bone's still out there on the track.
Yeah,
and
he's losing time after time after time.
Cross in second, Toss is in third, 8,000 in fourth, which I guess is a good recovery drive for him after he's spun. But has he pitted? Let me check. He has. No, he hasn't pitted yet. Sorry. So yeah, he will fall. Yeah, he will fall. I was gonna say good recovery drive, but no, he's gonna fall. So Slotty would be de facto P4. J707, Jingo's timid as he's getting hounded by, I think that's Young Chest App. Nope, that's just a lap car, so never mind. Someone got lapped on the circuit. I think that may be the coast someone, but then, yeah, you're not really missing much.
Highway's the only one I think Highway's the only one that's gotten lapped at the moment.
I know, because there's a car behind him that's Ghost, behind Timid. I can't really make out who that is. Because it's Ghost. I think it'd have to be Highway then. Yeah, it is Highway, so. Yeah. So yeah, he's the only one that's gotten lapped. As Young just gets another 3-second time penalty. You know, at the end of the season, we should have like an award for the most penalty laps. Just like you got all the good awards, like, oh, you set the fastest lap, you set the most pole positions, you got the most wins. Like, and who made the stewards work the most?
That's it.
And right now,
I haven't thought about that. Interesting.
And right now for that Stu, it's basically Highway and Young Chest App both with 14 seconds, and T-Bone with 12. And Slotty with 11. And knowing T-Bone, he'll probably speed to pit road when he pits. Is actually Cross is going to pass him for de facto lead, it seems. Because
he's just trying to find a way to get past him, it seems like.
I think the broadcast may have just cut because it says, well, so I'm going to have to reset it. So